Hello, 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 hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, Nick.
You alright?
Yeah, got from work. I'll do a live stream, which I usually
Nice.
do when I get in from work. So, I'm trying to figure out who Becky Nichols is.
Who?
Becky Nichols. Because I've not a clue who it is. They sent me a message and it's rude. And I
Oh,
wanna,
really?
Yeah.
What did it say?
Oh, it's a video. I'll send it you.
All right, is it that rude?
I'll send it you.
Okay. I'm just coming to the unit to cut some panels up, make a pelmet. Switch my lights on. Tank ATO's low water, so it's bubbling my tank automatically.
I've not got a clue who it is. But I will find him.
So, oh, dang, it's already. I didn't realise the time, it's already 4:15. What's that? This.
Yeah. Hey, people watching, no one's commenting in the chat. Start chatting. Just give me one sec, people. I'm just trying to figure out who this is. Because they've sent me a message and then blocked himself, but they've also. I've got a tracker that can track everything, so I know the name of them.
Oh man, that's something I can't unwatch.
Why would someone send me that, though? Do you know what I mean?
Well, because they know what you've been doing, maybe. So they thought, hey, Paul will like this.
Yeah, but no one needs to find out who that is.
Right. It's a pseudonym.
Yep.
I need to start repopulating this tank, I think. I need to start putting some more stuff in here.
So
This tank is ace.
I found out
It keeps...
I found who she is, so.
Right.
I've got who she is. About.
Right.
She lives in.
Is that who she is or who she is, though?
Yeah, this is the one, in it. Yeah, there's a lot of pictures of her, so it's. I think it will be a.
Oh, man. I switched my... went to make some water and I switched on my RO and I didn't put the bucket underneath.
From Shaw,
like an
from Oldham.
It's what?
It's someone that knows me.
All right. There you go, then.
Hello, Levi. Hello, Jeff. Jeff. Click the link. Jump in, Jeff. Why not?
Oh.
I know Michael's at the LFS.
Or is he? I spoke to him earlier.
Going to get some GFO.
Oh, yeah, he was going to get some raw phosphate.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
How are you?
Yeah,
Hey,
good.
which Jeff is that?
It's your future neighbor, Jeff.
The Jeff.
It's the Jeff, the most important Jeff.
Exactly. The one and only Jeff.
I am standing in my new house at the moment.
Hey, Nick, you eating chips over there, Nick?
No, I'm rooting through all my RFG stock because I stupidly think I put a piece of paper here with some measurements on. I can't find it now. And I need to make a helmet for a customer to deliver it to his house. So I've come in to do it and can't find the measurements or the paper that I wrote the measurements on. So I'm kind of like, oh, that's not good. So, yeah.
So, Jeff, you moved today?
Ah, now I know who it is.
You know who it is now?
Yeah.
There you go.
There's the new tank.
Ah. What size
What
is that?
tank did you get, Jeff?
I won a JPJ 30 a while back, so I'm going to set that up right away, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Oh, nice.
Hey, is there anything you need for that? Because I'm taking down a nano.
Oh my God, it's Billy Pipes.
Hey, Billy. Did you just come on and go off?
Yeah, does it all the time. I remember. Do you remember when you did it that time and nobody actually started to me?
So it was like, who did that? Who did that?
Everybody was. I was blaming it on Cruz. I thought Cruz had done it because Cruz was laughing his head off like a child, and I thought Cruz had done it.
So,
Just been in the fish shop then, got some roller top.
you're right.
And there was a really nice size fly parrotfish there.
You're right.
Like nice size, it's 88 pounds, and I'm like, I can't do it. Can't do it.
I'll justify it.
And
You want some coral from me, didn't you?
Pardon?
Don't spend your money before you get your coral from me.
I've only ordered one coral from here.
Yeah, it's a £1,000 though.
Fucking not.
It's £1,000.
You better be giving me fucking £990 discount.
I'll give you 90.
Yeah. But so I was gonna go home, but I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go big on fish. See what big on fish has to offer.
Oh man, I've just found something, Michael, in my box of RFGs that I didn't know I had.
What RFGs?
They are RFGs. However, he sent me these. He does a different color one, which is Azure blue. It's like a cobalt blue color. I didn't realize that he sent me two Azure blue nozzles, and I didn't know I had them.
Right. Oh, shit.
So I got some funky colored nozzles. Nice. It's a nice surprise. I can't see the chat, by the way, so
Levi
everybody
said,
in the chat.
What are the results of the RPAC? Or is it the RPAC?
Oh, the Orphec, to be honest, I've switched it on and I've had to play with the app. I really like. And the color of the unit looks really good, but I haven't really done anything with it, to be honest. I was saying to Billy the other day that I haven't got a tank to suit that light because all the tanks I've got are oversized. So ideally, I'd need two to put it on to get an idea.
There's a nice nano tank up in Manchester.
But I've heard the owner's a bit of a...
Yeah, it's not about the owner, is it? Though? It's about the tanks.
However, I may be getting a red starfish nano. So I was thinking of getting one of those to set up. So I might use it on that.
When you said red starfish, then Michael started smiling.
Why?
Here's the future tank.
Is that a pond?
Yeah, it's a pool. Just gotta add salt. Just gotta add salt and a lot of heat. I'll be fine.
Is it warm there?
You don't need to add heat. Just use fish and stuff that are from colder climates.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I'll ship you over some anemones from our beaches.
Yeah, because that is cold.
They like it cold. Yeah, it is cold.
Very cold.
Well, the thing is, the animals on our beaches, they deal with temperature fluctuations because if you think about it down in Newquay, for example, it can be on summertime, the water can be really, really warm. Really as you would expect from a reef. But then summertime, it's blistering cold. So they put up with some real temperature swings then.
Well, yeah.
Hello, Alien. Hello, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
This will
Tell you
be
what,
the
Jeff, that's a big house.
yeah. This will be the future fish room down here.
Nice.
The previous guy had a surveillance camera installed, so I don't know. I got that now.
Oh, I can't sneak up on you now then, Jeff.
I was going to say, if I had that in my house when I moved in, I'd be looking for the safe room.
Yeah, he's got it. I don't know. This guy was very eccentric, so there's got to be a safe room somewhere around here.
That's the room that you have to use if Paul ever sends you a video.
Michael, genuinely, I've just been sent one off someone I don't even know.
Yeah, see,
that's how famous he is for it now.
You've set your stall out now, so now because you're sending everybody else videos, people are going to start sending them you.
Yeah.
The ultimate
He's going to be
backfire.
inundated.
Going to backfire on you. Yeah.
I can't see the chat, so if anybody's asking anything, just let me know.
Oh, man.
Phil, anyone see the new ice cap salinity temp test probe? Looks sweet. Wonder how it works. Now, that'll be the same one as we were showing on yours the other day, was it, Michael? Last week?
The mantis one.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But they do look. I think they are good.
Yeah, it looked good, that.
But would you spend £100, Michael, on something that you've already got, where you can just put it on and look through?
I don't know, though, because, that other salinity checker that Seymour's got, where you put a drop of water on and it gives you a digital readout?
Yeah.
That's £100.
But Mark Ebb had one of them.
What, the Hannah one?
He got rid of it straight
Milwaukee
away,
one?
saying it was shite.
Yeah, the Hannah/Milwaukee
one.
What, you've got
one?
one?
You have to calibrate them.
Oh, we know that, yeah. It's just that he was saying every time he did it, everything, it was out all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he just didn't
One
like
second.
What was he checking it with?
There is I think it's plus two minus two variation in it.
Yeah, but what was he checking it against that he thought was right?
I don't know. If it's Mark, he would have done it properly.
Because the handheld ones aren't that accurate.
No, I know that. But the thing is, they're not that accurate. But if it's the same one you're using and you're using that one constantly, it's going to be. If it's up or down, you're going to be having the same reading, aren't you?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So you're going to keep your stability that way.
Oh, I don't know what to do now.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you are in the world.
And good night. Isn't that from Truman Show?
I'm supposed to be going out tonight.
Are you not going now?
I'm supposed to be, but...
You're going to let your missus down?
I'm not going out with her. You don't go out with the missus.
You're going to break her heart.
It's a lad's night
out.
Yeah. I took her away a few weeks ago. That's enough for another 5 years.
Mm.
I'm supposed to be going to Ireland and all in a few months. Well, I'm not saying that. It was September now. We've changed it. I'm supposed to go to Ireland on the first... Well, yeah, the beginning of September. We're in Florida mid-September. In my kitchen, just poured a cheeky afternoon drinky food. Ailey is officially a pisshead.
Is that what she's doing?
Ailey, why not jump on while you're having your drinky poo?
You know what? I've never seen Haley on camera.
You've not? I have.
I think she's a man.
I've seen
She's
her.
got a lady's pseudonym
beard.
for
Got a beard.
to be a centre of attention.
She's got
She's like
no
a
teeth.
bearded lady.
Yeah, she's got no teeth. She's got a beard.
Oh man, it's snowing bad over here now.
What, like, it's much more passed over where we was before.
Yeah, probably. Started to settle and everything. Crazy.
Oh, get over here so we can move the neighbours out and you in.
Oh, this isn't good.
I need to take my work coat off, but I know I'll take off. It's going to be cold.
Oh, man. I genuinely do not have this piece of paper.
Ugh.
I have so much unpacking to do. It's ridiculous.
You say you've moved, Jeff?
Yeah, we moved. We moved like probably 85% of the stuff in yesterday.
Right.
We're gonna do the rest of it today.
Oh, cool. Is it a bigger house or a smaller house or just a different location?
Much bigger.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Big house, big tank.
Exactly.
Oh, click, clack, follows me on Instagram. Best looking man I've ever seen.
I'm thinking probably putting a
Woody,
120 in the
Woody,
basement
Woody,
once I get the funds built up a little bit.
120, nice.
There's the link. Come on down.
Oh man, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, I think our previous house was like 1,200 square feet. This is 1,900 square feet, not including the basement.
Oh, nice.
We needed it though. I mean, you can't have 2 kids in a 2-bedroom townhouse.
Right. So you're getting all new kit for the new one, or are you moving stuff over, or?
What's that?
For the new tank, are you getting all new kit, or are you moving stuff over that you already have, or combination of the two?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna do new everything. I have the Nano. The Nano I'm gonna set up in the basement right away, and then the JBJ 30 that I won last year, I'm gonna set that up in the living room.
Right.
And then once I get the funds built up, that'll probably in about 6 months or so, I'll probably get the 120.
Right. Gotcha.
And I'll probably just get all new equipment for that.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
Hey, OG.
How you doing? How's everybody?
Hey, OG.
Hey, OG.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
I've just been to Woodies.
Oh, what, you got a wad full of cash? Oh,
Got a
Costa.
Got a drink from Woodies.
Did he give you a sock full of cash?
You know what? Oh, right. I was gonna say
He
that.
keeps cash in his socks, would he? When he goes out.
He don't carry cash.
He don't carry it. Nick, he don't carry it. His butler does.
That's true.
Cash is the niche, would it?
Any of you guys invest in Bitcoin? I would never touch it.
No.
Reef Dudes does.
Too
Reef
risky.
Dudes has got a Bitcoin mine going on.
Does he?
So when it first started off, I used to mine them.
Mine him.
Yeah, Reef Dudes has got a pretty big setup.
No matter how big your setup is, you never make enough money by the time electric and the amount of stuff that you've paid into it. It's just not viable. It used to be viable, not anymore.
How does it work? You got to invest your money and then you let the Bitcoin grow? How does that work?
Well, there's that. You can do it that way, or you
Well, you
can
have to watch it.
create them yourself. You can just collect them yourself. But you've got to.
You collect a percentage of a Bitcoin, and then eventually you have a full Bitcoin. Because I don't know what the value is nowadays, but at one point, one Bitcoin was like worth 10 grand.
Oh, it really
Yeah,
dropped through the
I was just
floor,
about to say
didn't
that
it?
one coin was like $10,000, so you can just invest like 5% into a Bitcoin or whatever the heck it was.
Then when I first started doing it, it was about 25 pence for one.
Didn't they fall through the floor though?
It's always, yeah, but it's never gone below a certain amount. You know what I mean? So if you go
Right.
when it first started, they've never gone below that amount ever. If anything, they've only ever gone.
For me, there's
If
just
it-
too much. I mean, there's people out there that are willing to take risk, but for me,
That's
there's
too
just too
much
much
risk.
risk involved.
Yeah, I don't have any risk capital. I have no money to take a chance with.
Yeah, it's too much of a risk. I mean, if you're just gonna do a little bit, I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But
It's like
You can
if
do
you're
it.
going to invest a lot of money into it, it's just too much of a risk.
If you've got a PC, and you've got a decent graphics card and stuff like that, you can just use your current PC to mine, and it'll, you'll get bit by bit. No, you might get like, $5 or $10 a day, also from like a standard system. But obviously, if you want to mine more than that, then you have to invest. But obviously, the more you put into your sort of like your mining station, the more you've got to get back. You know what I mean?
It almost sounds like a video game.
Well, I don't even know if there's any truth to it, but I've heard like there's some governments out there that are starting to ban it.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have some have.
So I mean,
You
you can invest X amount of money into it, and then all of a sudden the United States says, you know what, this isn't for us, we're going to ban it, and then you're screwed.
Oh, you're still getting money, but you have to cash it in somewhere else. But the reason
Yeah.
they're doing it, because just say if we was drug smugglers, I wanted to send you £1 million or $1 million, I could just send you so many bitcoins, and it's untraceable.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's why they do it.
Also, as well, the economy is backed by gold. So however much gold you have in your reserves is how rich you are. Or it used to be that way. Now, countries just print money. But it used to be that way. And that's what money was based on, because the actual piece of paper that you've got in your pocket isn't actually money, it's an IOU slip.
Yeah.
So that's what it used to be based on. But the thing is, with Bitcoin, its value isn't based on precious metals. You know what I mean? So that's also a thing where it's getting banned, because it's not really something that the government can own. You know what I mean?
That's what I invest my money in. I mean, not that I have a lot of it, but like every year I basically buy like a little piece of gold, like a whatever you call those things, like the gram or whatever the heck it is.
You just told the world that.
Hey, I have some Dogecoin called Dogecoin, which was created a few years ago as a joke, and I mined some Dogecoin. To my surprise, I looked the other day, and the Dogecoin I own is worth like $1,200. Like, it was created as a joke, and somehow people started buying and investing in it. Now it's worth
How much
something.
did you invest, bro?
I didn't invest anything. Like, it was almost like a joke. I mined it myself.
Wow.
But it was a joke.
I don't need to worry about that gold, Paul. It's in the safety deposit box in the bank.
I don't need to worry about any of that, because I know Woody.
Oh, how do you spell that?
W-O-O-G-E-Y.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Molly.
D-O-G-E. Dogecoin. D-O-G-E coin.
Dogecoin. German.
Dogecoin. D-O-G.
D-O-G-E?
Yeah, D-O-G-E and then coin.
Oh, I see a Doge miner.
Yeah, this thing was a joke a few years ago. Now now you have somebody invested in it as like something, and now it's worth money.
Sounds like
If you cash out, you got $1,200 clean?
Yeah, I calculated it a couple days ago.
Can I borrow about 1,000?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'll send over some Doge. I'll send over some Doge.
Some Doge.
It's got a picture of a dog, an icon of a dog on it.
Yeah, it was created as a joke. Like, people were making fun of, like, oh, Bitcoin is worth money. I know somebody that said they had 50,000 of it. Like, shoot, that person probably got is sitting on a little bit of bank now. Now I wish I had. It was a joke. I'm telling you, it was a joke.
Okay, so it says Dogecoin is an open source peer-to-peer digital currency favored by Shiba Inus worldwide. Whatever that means. Dogecoin is a decentralized peer-to-peer digital currency that enables you to easily send money online. Think of it as internet currency.
Just goes to show everything's got value, right?
Oh, what a surprise! Nick Chan's temperature controller's beeping.
Yeah, I just topped it up.
It's always beeping, that bloody thing.
That's because I keep topping it up with cold water.
I wonder if flipping nothing stays alive. The temperature's about as stable as a flipping rickety bridge.
Exactly.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
FC Reefer.
South Carolina in the house.
Is that what SC stands for?
Say again?
Is that what SC stands for?
Don't.
I couldn't understand it. What do you say?
Is that what the S and the C stand for, South Carolina?
Yeah, that's correct, South Carolina.
All right, didn't know that.
Yeah, he's down there living in God's country. It's beautiful down there.
Is it?
Yeah, it's nice, it's nice. So, I don't know if you guys heard, but I lost everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
I saw the video, but I've not watched it yet. I saw the thing in my timeline.
Yeah, everything's gone. I got only 2 fish left. It's a green wrasse and a lawnmower blenny. I took them out already, put them in the quarantine tank. I think I
Was
had,
it white spot or brook or what?
I think it was a combination of ick and what is that? Red velvet?
Velvet?
Yeah, velvet. Marine velvet.
Oh, man.
Green velvet, yeah. So I'm just gonna keep it no fish for 72 days. Just let it die off. And,
I'll be honest with you, SD. With you being so new and with the tank being so new, I'd just strip it, clean it, start it again.
Yeah. It's a waste of time. How big is the system?
6 by 2 by 2 in it.
It's 7 feet long, 2 feet wide, 20 high. I also got a little 25-gallon display refugium on the side. It's about 220 gallons.
Personally, I drain it down, fill it back up with RO water. But me personally, I'd use tap water, fill it back up with tap water, kill everything with a mixture of tap water and vinegar. Drain it all down, give it a good, fill it up, drain it a couple of times. Then everything will be dead. 100%, everything will be dead. And then I would just start over. That's the way I do it, especially with you being at early stages. There's no point of going fallow because there's always that possibility of, what's it called? It not going away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can stay in dormant. It can be dormant. So I wouldn't, your rock work, I wouldn't flush that with tap water, to be honest, because you can get stuff in your tap water that'll just build up in there. But I'd, take your rock out and then just put, RO in a bucket or something, and there's no salinity in it, so it's nothing's going to last in there that would be harmful if you just filled it with RO and soaked it in that.
Yeah, I may go bare bottom. It's a good idea. I may go bare bottom now. I don't know. I'm always having some issues with it.
I'm sorry to hear that, FC.
Don't let what's happened to you now make you change the way that you set your tank up.
I'd agree with that.
Don't go bare bottom because you face this problem. It's not because of the gravel. It's not because of whatever. Unfortunately, you have brought it in one way or the other. If you really want to get rid of that gravel and get some new gravel, and then that way, you're a bit more thingy. But don't let what's happened to you change the way you reef.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those. It's borderline impossible to keep white spot and velvet out of your tank because you can quarantine fish all you want. Nobody quarantines coral, people Some people do. But there's so many. When you're ready, Nick.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, there's so many different ways in which you can bring white spot into your tank. You know, don't let it put you off, mate. You know, just carry on the way that you're going to do it. Strip the tank down, clean it, start again.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, I got some corals in there. I could just throw them into the quarantine tank for now. Just leave them in there. Just
leave them in your quarantine for the foreseeable future. Turn that quarantine tank into a little nano, because again, if you take those corals and put them back into your system, especially if those corals are in a quarantine with fish, then the cycle's going to continue. So as soon as you've cleaned your tank and everything and you put those back in, you're potentially putting the parasite back in as well. So, what you want to do with those corals, and basically everything that you've got there, is either, move the corals on to somewhere else, which isn't, a great thing, but, or stick them in a standalone system on their own for the foreseeable future, and try and keep them there for as long as possible, longer than the advised, that we said before. It can lay dormant, and that you've got it on, in the same area as those corals. So personally, if those corals are high-end corals or whatever, I just move them on.
Yeah.
Or just put them in a separate system. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah. Well, the good thing is that the tank's not established, which is great. It's easy to do. It's easy to drain it out and just clean everything out. It'll only take a day to do that. And just put everything back up.
That's all you got to do. Because if you think about it, if you go fallow for 72 days or whatever, that's 72 days sat on an empty tank. But because your tank's so new, it's not established yet. It's probably only just gone through its initial cycle, really. So its first initial cycle. You've not really got anything invested into it. You know what I mean? So just strip it. Get some white vinegar in there. Get it all nice and clean, and then fire it back up again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
I've been through it twice, mate. I've had velvet twice. The second time, what I did was I emptied the tank and I filled the tank back up with tap water, cold tap water, and white vinegar. Filled it up, let it run for 24 hours, drained it. Filled it back up with just tap water, second time, drained it. And then I kept doing that for the next 5 days. Every 24 hours, completely draining the water and filling it back up. But I was doing it with tap water, not RO. And then what I did was on the final time, I just drained everything down. Let it dry out. Got as much water out as I could. Dried the rocks off as best as I could. And then when I filled the tank back up with RO, I added water conditioner, to remove any, metals or whatever, that might have come with the tap water that, might still be there. Mm-hmm. I used the water conditioner, to help me with that. Filled it back up with RO water, stuck my salt in, and off I went. And there's a video on my channel now, which is my biggest video. It's like 400,000 views, and it's how to set up a saltwater tank. Literally, I did that video after going through velvet, and then I ran that tank for over a year or something before I upgraded to this 7-footer. So, it's not the end. It's not. People have run reef tanks on tap water for years and years and years. You know what I mean? There is underlying potential issues with tap water. Like with algae and stuff, but if you throw some water conditioner in, which will help you with your chlorine and chloramines and stuff, after, when you set back up and all that lot. And then, when you do your initial cycle, don't switch your lights on, try not to, go too giddy with stock. Don't put any corals in at the beginning so you don't have to switch your lights on. And just let everything establish. You know, let your bacteria settle in, let your bacteria become the dominant force in your tank, and don't let algae be the dominant force. You know what I mean? And you'll be sweet then, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, I gotta check that video out. Thanks.
Yeah. I think if you track back as well, I think before that I don't know if I deleted or not because I did a big deletion spree on that channel recently. But there is also a video of me talking about when I had Velvet and what I did and all that lot. I'd have to have a look and see if it's still there or not. But yeah, that's what I did. I just stripped the tank down. Mr. Saltwater Tank as well, actually. You know, Mr. Saltwater Tank knows what he's doing when it comes to salt tanks. He's even got a video on his channel of that's what he did. He used bleach. After Velvet, he stripped his tank down, got all his rocking buckets, used, I think it was tap water and bleach to clean everything. I think the video's called One Bullet in the Chamber or something like that. Search for that as well.
Okay.
So that'll give you an idea.
Do you have a quarantine tank? Because I never saw it featured on your channel.
No, I don't have quarantine.
So all you've been lucky with, you just put them right in and you've been lucky?
No. The shop that I'm traveling to now, I'll show you. I'll stay on the live stream and I'll go in the shop. The shop that I'm going to now, I'll buy all of my fish from this shop, and they have a quarantine system. So when I buy fish, they're all pre-quarantined. So I'll show you the full quarantine procedure when I get here. So because I buy my fish from them, everything's already quarantined, but I don't quarantine corals. So I am, I'm always running the gauntlet. I'm always running a tightrope. And like I said, it's borderline impossible to keep white spot out of your system. And velvet and stuff. You've just got to go to people that is clean the right word. People that are meticulous. People that take pride in what they do when you're buying stuff. And
Do they feed their fish with copper when it's in the quarantine or no?
Well, this tank here runs hyposalinity and copper. It runs hyposalinity and copper in the system. I'll show you. I'll talk about it when I get there. I won't be long. I'm like literally 5 minutes away.
Michael, you got Tyler. Is it Taylor? Taylor? Tyler. Is it Taylor? Tyler. Seymour. Seymour's son's here. He wants to say hello to him. You're muted.
He was going to come and play Fortnite with us last night. Ooh, somebody's just got flashed by the speed camera. He was going to come and play Fortnite with us last night, but he was just waiting for Seymour to start the computer out. And I started swearing a lot as well. I got told off to stop. I got told off because I was proper swearing last night. People were proper doing me head in. So it probably wasn't a good place for Tyler to be last night. Oh. It's just turned into a blizzard.
Yeah, it's just been like that here just a second ago.
Like literally, it was like clear blue skies a minute ago, and just like I've just come up to here now, and I can barely see in front of me.
I've been in the game for 24 years. I've had ick velvet many of times. In all of those times, I've never introduced by coral. Always by fish or snails. It can happen as well. Like that. So it's like Phil said, he's been doing it for 24 years, and the stuff that he's usually got is always introduced by fish or snails, not corals.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, fish is an easy one. You can either quarantine it yourself, or your LFS will quarantine it for you, whatever. Fish is easy to quarantine. Corals, not as easy. Snails, again, not as easy, because snails, if they've got the parasite on their shell, on the shell and stuff like that, you can't put snails in hypo. You can't put them in copper because it'll kill them. So, snails have to be treated in the same way as corals do. Fishless system for a certain amount of time, but the only problem is the dormant factor. will the parasite lay dormant? So you're still sort of like running the gauntlet with, you know, just basically time quarantining. You know, so when you quarantine via time, it's still a bit of a gamble. You even in the odds a little bit more in your favour than if you was to just throw the fish or the coral or whatever, sorry, just the coral or the snail in straight away. You know, you're even in the odds a bit more, but still, you know, the only real way to know that you're rid of it is copper, hyposalinity, but you can't do that with corals and snails. So, you know.
But the hyposalinity, what do you leave it on? Like, what's the measurement on it?
I'll find out. I always forget. I think it's 1.09 or 11.
Okay.
Or it's 1.11. But I'll double check with the guys when I get in the shop now. They'll be able to explain the quarantine procedure, because the quarantine that they do is right out in the open. They don't hide it. They don't pretend. They don't turn around and say, "Yeah, we quarantine," and you say, "Can I see your quarantine procedure?" Then you go, "No, it's in the back, and only staff are allowed in the back. It's in the main shop. You can see it."
Michael DC said, "Is Michael Ayers driving a minivan? He's looking like a Reef soccer mum."
Yeah, got 4 kids. This is the only vehicle I can drive. Got 4 kids. I've got to drive one of these things. It's brilliant. Honestly, it's not really. I hate it. I hate it.
I drive a minivan too, but my windows are so blacked out, no one can see me.
We're not allowed to black the windows out in this country. Well, we're allowed to black the back ones out, but not the driver or the passenger side one, because there was a few occasions where people were driving around in blacked out cars and, you know, shooting out the window. So it's been banned in this country to have your front windows blacked out.
Well, here in South Carolina, they don't have like a state inspection, so you never have to get your car inspected. So you can have the darkest windows you want. That's when they usually get you, when you go for like a car inspection. I don't know if they have that out there or not. Where you got to go every year to get your car inspected. They check, like, you know, your exhaust and all that type of stuff. I don't know if they like it out where you guys, but over here in most of the states, you got to go for a state inspection every year. And if your tires are bald, you won't pass inspection. You need to pass inspection to re-register your car again for that year. But like I said, in South Carolina here, there's no, you know, registration.
Yeah, we have to do that every year. It's called an MOT in this country, and we have to every year have the car inspected to make sure that it fits certain criteria. You know, the emissions aren't too high, your tires aren't bald. You know, basically the vehicle's roadworthy.
I had mine on Monday. I had to have new tyres, new brakes, handbrake adjusted, and they give me an advisory on the windscreen, which has got the smallest little pinprick. That's not even the view of the window. Little chip.
That's how they make their money, these shops. You know, that's how they make their money.
But I don't care.
But out here in South Carolina, they have a road tax. So the road tax goes according to how much your car costs. So if there's a car that's $40,000, you're going to pay about $900 to $1,000 a year on your road tax.
Our road tax is based on emissions, so the more basically crap your car pumps out, the more expensive your road tax is.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, did you say they told you that your car had a prick in it?
People, every single day you become flipping better and better in my eyes. He's a perfect Englishman, innit?
Your son's an AC, you know.
I take it back. My son is watching. I gotta keep it clean.
Right, hold on. I'll show you the shop. Let's see. Where's the screen?
There's like nobody in the text except wrenches.
All right, everyone gets to come all right.
Oh, Tyler's in. And Scurv is in.
I just want to go to
So that's the shop. There.
Hey, Paul, can you present him?
Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
1 minute. I want to show you. Check out, there's a prick in the car. 1 minute. Let me just present me. 1 minute. I can't see. Can you see me? Yeah. Right, hang on. He said there's a prick in my car. Hang on. Oh, what's this? Oh.
I'm doing a live stream. Can I just show the currency. What do you what's the hyper?
1009.
1009. And you have copper in there. So, sorry. Yeah.
Is Paul sitting in his house
This is it. Yeah.
with his work jacket still on?
So all these fish in here
Yeah,
now.
he is.
I've just mentioned.
He is Seymour.
So
I couldn't be asked to take it off yet.
I'm up there.
Can't see me now anyway, so shut up.
Yeah, it's full of photos now. So 1 point. What was that?
1009.
So it's at 1.0
You're breaking
high
up.
pulse from copper in
1.009.
shot gold in here first. So this is
Michael,
why I
connect
always
to
get
their
my fish.
Wi-Fi. See if you can connect to the Wi-Fi.
What?
Ask them, can you connect to the Wi-Fi?
What?
Yeah, it's blurry, Aaron. You really can't see it.
Hey, Paul, can you see Blinky Fish in the YouTube chat?
I'm looking 1 minute. Yep.
Lisa, she's one of my oldest customers. Not as in age, as in length of time.
In length.
Yeah, as in like when we did her system was like, oh God. Lisa, how long is it? 6, 7 years ago, your system now, surely? The original one.
Hi everyone, who just came in? Bubba. Michael. Michael, you need to connect to the Wi-Fi or something. Ask him,
6
can you
years
connect to
ago.
the Wi-Fi?
Wow.
Your Wi-Fi off?
He said you need to connect to the Wi-Fi. Your video's blurry.
The right one.
I'll just mute you a minute, Michael. Right. What is her name? Blinky Fish's name?
Lisa.
Lisa. Another Lisa. This
Yeah.
they're all called Dave, Lisa. Michael, you mute.
Well, all the best people.
Michael, take the mute off.
Is that better now?
Yep.
Right, so up there then. So this is the quarantine system that they have. All of the new fish come in here. Salinity is at 1.009, high pulse salinity, and they run copper in the system as well. So all of the new fish go in here. So there's like loads of different fish in there, loads of different rocks.
Copper and low salinity is toxic together.
Not as far as I know. Don't know.
Am I wrong
It's
there?
only
Am I
for a
wrong?
short period of time as well. These fish will probably stay. How long do these fish normally stay in here? About 7.
Yeah, you've gone off again. Am I wrong there? Does someone know? I haven't. No, I haven't fixed it yet. Michael, you broke up again.
Fish. You hear me now?
Yeah.
Just.
No, he's gone.
Too far into the shop. It's quite a deep shop, that, isn't it?
I'm just trying.
Dave has bad luck with Lisa's.
You can't run copper at 1.009 salinity. Because
I think it.
it's toxic. If it's running, if it's running at 1.009, which is high pulse salinity, what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to put fish in. If you put copper in that, it's toxic.
I thought, does it go toxic or does it just lose its potency?
No, it does something. Well, I know it.
I thought it just loses its potency. That's where you have to be careful with the dosing, because when people give you the formula, it affects its potency, I think.
Yeah, it's not safe. It's not safe.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't quarantined fish using copper, to be honest. I don't do that.
I'm just trying to find this because I think they get it's something to do with the copper on the fish. You know,
I've got a question for you, Paul. Senai related.
go for it.
You know your NH3 and your NH4.
Yeah.
Have you seen your NH4 reading go up, but your NH3 reading stay low?
They only give you one reading. They only give you one reading.
No, no, you got NH3 and NH4.
Hang on, I'm gonna have a look.
I just got a customer rang me up. He was already got ammonia, but he was talking about. So look at his message. I'm sure he was talking about the one that goes into nitrate or can go into nitrate. Oh, Lisa, you're coming out of the alcove. Where are you going to put it?
Why do I always forget my password for this?
Just put it down as Bellend 1 or something.
What, Nick? What?
Oh, what have I done to you?
You call me
What
that.
have I ever done to you?
I've got it. Right, let's have a look. Senai me.
Let me get his thing up so I can tell you the right one.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey,
Hello.
Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, good.
What's up, Dave?
Trying to find this Senai thing.
Yeah, his NH3 is 0, and his NH4 is reading at 7.17.
What?
Yeah, so I don't know whether it was a faulty Senai.
It depends if it's soaked it for a few days, because that's what people don't do.
Right. So I'll be honest, I've not used a Senai. I got one here, and I took it out of the box, but I haven't looked into using it yet.
What he needs to read is free ammonia. That's what he needs to. You'll have a graph
Yeah.
of ammonia.
Right.
That's not supposed to. I think anything over is it 0.005, is it?
Well, this is the thing. NH4 ammonium, it's a non-toxic salt. It's the. Let me read this.
Right.
It's
No, they only give you an
ionized.
They only give you an NH3 reading, Nick.
No, he's on. I'm probably sure. I'll send you a screenshot.
Right,
He's got NH3 and NH4.
I'm gonna screen. I think what? Yeah. I don't know. On mine, I've got time, day, and it. Unless this is the old graph, that's why I'm not here.
That's what I'm thinking. Have you got the V2?
Yeah. What, the app? Because
I don't know. I don't know if they've, because I've got mine says V2. So on the one that Matthew sent me, so I presume they did an update.
Yeah, that's just the app. V2 is just the app. I've not got the app on, you see. That's why I'm just on there.
Well, on the back of the box, it shows it as well. Temperature, pH, NH3, NH4, CO2, and so on.
Do you know what? You are right. It does somewhere.
Yeah.
I remember when I've just deleted the app.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah. That's why I was wondering if you had similar readings, because that's what he's reading. Because he was panicking a bit, thinking he had high ammonia. I said if it was that high, everything would be gone. But he says his tank's running well.
What he needs to do is forget about the readings and just go to the graph and see what his graph is telling him, what the ammonia is.
Well, that's the thing, because his NH3 was 0, so he's fine. And I said, but from what you're telling me, you haven't got a problem. From what you tell me, all his corals are doing great. His fish are doing great. He did the blackout cycle. I told him to do a blackout cycle, and so everything I've walked him through it, and it's fine. He's going to collect coral tomorrow.
Good.
So,
Have you got a Senai?
No.
Have you got an
No,
Apex?
I was thinking about getting one. Do I have an Apex? No.
we need to hook up with Matthew, see if we can do a few promotional units or something.
We do, but we do it on the Facebook side.
Yeah. To be fair, he does treat people all right, doesn't he? And it's whether he feels he needs to do more than he's already doing. To be fair.
Yeah, I don't think.
Lisa, yeah, just bear with Paul. I went to see him today to drop off some panels for some metal frames he's doing at the moment. And I tell you what, the guy is a busy man at the minute. So that's probably the reason. But you know, Paul, he will get
How
back
much is
to
the
you.
Acanophilia in the front tank?
Sorry?
The Acanophilia in the front tank.
In where?
Front tank.
Data.
Aphilia.
Michael, you're on camera.
Can you
show
guys?
us.
Oh, can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Right. So we'll try again. So that's the quarantine. That's the quarantine section, right? All these are here are tropicals. They're not part of that. That's all the quarantine section there. So every single fish that comes into the shop goes through this here first. It's at 1.0. What is it again?
1009.
1009
Yeah.
salinity, and they run copper as well. And then once everything's been in here for about 7 to 10 days, and once they've gone through the procedure, then they move over into the main thing. Is what do you run them at?
Between 15 and 20 the main stuff.
15 and 20. So they run these between 15 and 20 as well. Do you have copper in there? Yeah, you have copper in there as well. So, and they also run copper in the main one. So this is where you actually buy your fish from. So you get all your stuff out of there after they've been through the quarantine procedure. They're still at a lower salinity, so obviously when you get them home, you have to acclimate for a little bit longer because of between 15 and 20 salinity. But, you know, once you get them, you're more or less guaranteed that they're going to be parasite-free. Oh, look at that. Amophras. How much is it?
Amophras.
Oh, Amophras.
Mike's going home with a new fish.
Well, I've had one. The Achilles killed it. Yeah, the Achilles killed it straight away. So yeah, so basically, so you've got all of these tanks. So from that corner there, all the way down, they're all marines. They're all marines as well over there. Then you've got like this is like the fish only tank here. You know, this is where they put all the stuff that's potentially not coral safe. That's reef safe. I was going to buy one of them before, and stuff like that. That's reef safe. So it's just all the bigger fish that go in here. And then there's some coral tables down here, and then
Shrimps and snails behind you.
Down here. Yeah, there's some little inverts and things. Peppermint shrimp. Some few peppermint shrimp. We've got some Aptasia in here to feed the peppermint shrimp, so you know that they're the true peppermint because they're not getting any food. That's the food right there.
Did they put the Aptasia in for the peppermint shrimp, or did they put the peppermint shrimp in because of the Aptasia?
No. They put the Aptasia in especially for the peppermint shrimp. Because these are normally like they have various different things in here. Like there's normally like there he is. You have things like ribbon eels. There's one in there in this pipe. See him just curled up in the pipe. Loads of different stuff. So basically, these tanks are normally catered for whatever's in it. You know what I mean? So if it's something that feeds on algae, they'll put algae in. You know what I mean? Something that feeds on Aptasia.
That's this phone.
What? Right. Oh yeah. So there's loads of different stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get this. That one's this. I love that. I love that. I'm getting that, everyone. I'm going on with that. I'm gonna last year now. So I'm going on with that.
What is it?
Acanophilia.
Oh.
Can't see it very well because it's really blue, but it's really nice. It's like like red and green and white. I'm guessing there's a bit of purple in it as well because it's quite blue to my eyes as well. So it looks nice. I've always wanted one of them, so I'm going to get one of them. So that's what I'm having. But yeah, so this is the shop. This is the shop that I always go to.
Hey, Aaron, do you have a gel filter on your phone?
Not with me, no. I don't use them. I
bought the Aqua Clip. I don't know if they have that down where you are, but it's pretty good. It really makes the corals pop.
Yeah, but it does. I don't like them personally. I don't use them. I don't think they look natural. Seeing all these rays. There's one below it, one there, another one over there. There's a shark. There's some more rays over there. There's a shark as well in here somewhere. There. Shark there. Oh, there's a pair of bamboo sharks in there. Over there. What sharks? This big one, Steve? Oh, what? Epaulette shark. Oh, the ones that can walk out of the water. Yeah, so you get one of those, you might find it on your living room floor. And then they've got like things for mandarins and stuff, so there's pods and stuff and cultures and anemones and stuff. There's all sorts there. And if you're into your freshwater, big African cichlid tank. Where's my favourite? Where is it? Oh, don't say they sold him. Oh, I think they sold my favourite fish. Oh, there he is. There he is. Malawi eye biter.
That tank looks awesome.
That one, he's the one who's got a proper funny face, and I think he's well killed. Malawi eye biter. Kill them. I love this fish. Beautiful, that fish. Absolutely beautiful. What else did he got? Nice. See that fish there? That one? Never ever buy one of those fish. Never. Never ever. Never. That is the fish that I hate the most in this hobby. That one right there. Right, I'm going to go and get a coral, and I'll be back in a minute.
It's a nice shop.
It's quite a big shop as well, that one. Where's Paul gone? Oh, you're looking at some options, Lisa. What else are you looking at?
I'm back.
He's back.
On the phone. Meeting times for later.
Oh, right. So you're still going out?
Yeah. I said, I don't fancy going out. It's snowing. And then he said, stop being a fanny. So. Next time we're over the Northwest, I need to check it out. Yeah, definitely come check it out. It's good.
Yeah,
it is a good store. When they're stocked.
Yeah, they have some nice shipments.
It's like any store. You go, it's got to be stocked. Because I always end up going. Yeah, see you later, Dave, if you still can hear us. But sorry, I was on the phone. That's a pretty nice, yeah.
Oh, Lisa, I can't believe you said those words. I thought you were on about like a decent system.
I'm on top chat again. I need to go to live chat. Evolution Aqua Pro Reef 1,500 and Red Sea Reefer 525. Don't get the Red Sea Reefer. Because they're shite.
Don't get the Evolution Aqua.
I've got a stream going. It's very quiet.
It is quiet today.
It is. That's it. I'll do another. What time is it now? I must well keep it open till about 4:30.
Right.
I'm getting ready. 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I've got to pick my daughter up at 5, so I'll shut it down before that.
I was going to say, I need to disappear because I need to cut these panels and all your ears my sore if I keep my mic on.
Yeah, good point. Are you there, Jeeves? No. I say it's quiet. It's very, very quiet. People need to come in because if you don't come in, I'll shut it down anyway. Right, it's very, very quiet on here. What I'm going to shut it down because it's really, really quiet. Not seen the Red Sea Reefer in the flesh, but I imagine the cabinet won't be up to the standards. Now, I've got to admit, right, the cabinet is pretty good. The cabinet's all right. Now, Nick might say it's not because he builds cabinets, but the cabinet's all right. It's just the build of the system itself is not good. Is the glass, the silicon, and all that is it's just not that good. But the cabinet is all right. I've got to admit that one. So, people. Woody, where's Woody? Woody. You got to come in, otherwise I'm shutting it down. Someone's got to come in. I'm just going to throw a few text messages out, make sure people are listening. Jeeves.
What's up?
How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, bud. How are you today?
I'm all right.
You stuck by yourself right now?
I'm all alone in the house and no one's talking except Blinky Fish.
Oh, I can talk. You just might hear the radio in the background, so you'll have to excuse me if that goes off.
Not a problem. Well,
I'm sitting here doing barge reports.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I messed them up. Oh, well.
Hey, guys, I got to jump. I'm going to take my kid fishing.
Yep, no worries.
Later, bud.
See you later.
65.
So it's Saturday afternoon here. Maybe Saturday morning in America.
Yeah, it's 10:20 Central right now. So it's morning everywhere in America.
Oh, good point. Oh, my arm's killing me. No, I've got to go out. I don't want to go out.
What do you got to go do?
It's a lad's night out.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that the other day.
Yeah. I really don't want to. You know when you're not in the mood for going out?
Yeah.
But they keep mithering me, so I've got to go. Otherwise, they'll start calling me a bellend. So.
Sounds like my friends. Oh, my wife's been blowing my phone up this morning, sending me pictures from our wedding. They got our wedding pictures, and the lady emailed them to her this morning.
All right. Are they all right? Come out nice.
Yeah, they're nice. The courtyard where the reception was real nice. I liked our photographer though, because I've stood in a couple of buddies' weddings where, I mean, pictures take forever. It seems like we spend an hour or more taking pictures, and this girl that did ours was, you know, you step out, all right, picture, boom, you know, all right, you get out of the picture, you get in the picture. There's a picture. I'll send it to you on Facebook where she's fussing at me for something at the wedding. It's probably when I was drunk. Not like really fussing, but playfully. You can see, you know, but she's like pointing at me. I was drunk at that point.
I've been married 17 years in May.
17 years. It's funny. We were talking yesterday before I left for work. She because my brother's about to have a kid, his first kid. She's like, "You sure you want kids?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "If we have kids, then we've got to deal with them forever." I was like, well, yeah, that's kind of how it works. She said, no, but if we don't have kids, then we can go take vacations and trips. And
yeah,
I was like, you're wrong.
That's how I feel now. Like, I'm 36. I've got a 16-year-old daughter. I've only got one. And we had a scare today. She actually took a test today, which is late. So even I was shitting myself thinking, no.
She doesn't watch your live streams, does she? Because she'd kill you. Oh, yeah. I've had a few of those.
If it would have happened, I would have been all right with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have just kissed goodbye to my life then. But other than that, so who's in the chat here? Here we go, Reef. I lost... my cousin blaming killing one of his lenses, clamp killing one of his tanks. I've seen the EA Reef. I think Cracking Corals have an 800 run in the shot. Funky Fish, I would have done. Like I said, I've been to Cracking Corals long. I would have seen it, but I don't take notice the systems, to tell you the truth, unless they're really, really nice. Like the one that Nick's sorting out. I hope he can hear me. He has lost, I think, 3 saltwater fish and 1 freshwater. I told him to check his top off water. Always a good thing to do if you're losing fish. The time like getting something in the water.
Yeah, you can. I don't know where you're at, Deraticat, but you can check that. I was talking about that the other day on DevStream. They were talking about chlorine versus chloramine. And like, I know a couple of areas around me have just switched to chloramine, which is really, really bad. But about a year ago, the town about 45 minutes from me where my cousin lives, and he's got tanks. There's a guy there that's got a freshwater channel, and I'm not gonna say he's real big. I mean, he's got a couple thousand subscribers, so he's not Joey big, but he's, you know, got a few people that follow him. Lost all of his tanks, his ponds, everything, because he went and pulled straight from the faucet after he did his water changes or whatever. And the city had he got a high chlorine or whatever. He did a chlorine test on it, and it was like pool chlorine levels. And he said it smelled like chlorine, but he didn't pay attention because he's got, you know, automated systems and all. And when he contacted the city about it, one of their technicians, operators, whatever you want to call them, had left the chlorine valve on and dumped like 10 or 12 times the amount of chlorine they're supposed to dose. So it killed all of his stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And you're not covered for stuff like that. Like, at the company, they're at fault. Could you actually say, well, we use your water and it's killed all my fish? You're not
That's
Yeah, and that's what he did, and I don't think any ever came of it.
Right.
I don't know how utility companies are there, but utility companies here are nightmares, at least for me. I mean, I had a while back the water company here. They canceled my payment. I don't remember why. I mean, I had plenty of money in the bank account, but for some reason they canceled the payment on their end. And for whatever reason, so then I tried to go pay the bill the next month, and there was last month's bill plus a late fee plus a $45 non-sufficient funds fee. And so I called them. Oh, well, the payment was returned, so there's an NSF fee. I said, but I had sufficient funds. It was returned on our end, so it's an NSF fee. I said, yeah, it was returned on your end. Your system had an error, couldn't process the payment, so you're charging me for it? Well, somebody has to pay for it, so why should we pay for it? Because it was your system error.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Bo?
I mean,
I'll just get this phone call. One sec.
Michael's son is playing on the gaming channel. He gave my son a mod wrench. My son is over there banning people for cursing. I'm like, I think he created a monster.
Wrench slinger, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, she's definitely from Liverpool, huh?
Yeah, Liverpool plays today at 1 o'clock, I think.
I'm talking about that video I sent you last night.
Come on, man.
What?
Please? What do you want?
Oh.
What did you send me again, Jeeves? I don't remember.
The video of that little girl.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
table.
Yeah, that is a Scouse accent. Did you send it to Paul?
Yeah, I did. No,
Yeah,
I didn't. I don't think I did. Hold on. Because I think it was like 4 a.m. for him or whatever. So I said, well, I'll just wait.
It doesn't matter. Send it anyway.
Let's see if I sent it to him. Oh, yeah, I did. He never responded.
Yeah, sleep. Who needs sleep? He was home by 1 o'clock a day. I mean, jeez.
Oh, it's Saturday. Lighter mail on Saturday for usually.
Is it really?
Yeah, because a lot of things don't get mailed.
Is it really? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe you're right. Hey, Nick. If Nick's listening, I know he's in his unit. I don't know if he's listening. Oh, he's muted. I wanted to know, like what are the hours? I know he's a firefighter. I want to know what are the hours for, like, a firefighter.
Oh, Nick is, and he does the aquariums on the side?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nifty.
He's a firefighter. So I wanted to know what are, like, the hours for the firefighter. Turn it down.
It depends on departments, I can tell you that. Yeah, my buddies that are firefighters and my cousin's husband is a firefighter, they have different schedules.
Here in New York City, I think you do like 3 days on, 3 days off.
Oh. See, my buddies that work for Kenner, they do 24 hours on, 48 hours off every 7th.
Did someone shout me?
6th. There, go ask him.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Hey, Nick, how does the firefighting schedule go? What do you work for, like the Manchester Fire Department?
No, I work for South. I work in Yorkshire, but it depends what stations you're in because different stations have different work schedules. But the schedule I work is we work 8 in the morning until 7 at night, our day shifts. And then on night shifts, we work 7 at night until 8 in the morning. So we do 2 days, 2 nights, and then we're off for the following 3.
Oh, okay. I think here in New York City, because they sleep. They're on for like I think a few days at a time. And then
Yeah,
they're
some
off.
of them they work 24 hours for like uh, 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, and then they're
Yeah.
off for like 2 or 3
Yeah,
days.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You see, that's my buddy. Or a couple of buddies that are firefighters locally. They do 24 hours on, 48 hours off every time. So, like my buddy Devin has a Tuesday Kelly. So every time that he has a shift that would fall on a Tuesday, he's off. Now that's not a guaranteed thing though. They do that when they have enough people, but if they're short, they'll pull your Kelly. But then my cousin's husband, he works 48 on, 72 off.
Okay.
But he works at a more rural fire department in Texas.
Okay.
So he's like they're not just firefighters. They do like backwoods rescue and stuff like that too. So it just depends. So my buddies that work in Kenner, they all have second jobs. Like one of them has my best friend that's a firefighter. He cuts grass. He makes 3 times cutting grass what he does as a firefighter, if not more.
Really?
Oh, he makes about $80,000 a year right now as cutting grass on his 2 days off.
Mm.
And so he's got his business license and everything for it.
Hang on a second.
What's up, Mike?
Yo. I finally got one of my dream corals. Finally.
What is it?
An acanophilia.
You mean like an acan?
No, it's an acanophilia.
What's the difference between an acanophilia and a
I love them. I've always wanted one, but they've always been like way out of my price range for what I'd be willing to spend on a coral. But they've got a good deal on in there. They had a good deal on in there. Just got it for 80 quid. When everywhere else that I've seen them, they've either been like half of the size for the same price, or for that size, you're talking double the money. So, sweet. Thought I'm having that.
Oh, the regular acans are acanthastria?
Yeah, this is acanophilia.
I'm trying to look it up, and I can't spell it. Acanophilia.
Something like that.
Acan, Aphylla.
Oh, like euphilia.
Like euphilia or lobophilia.
Yeah.
Acanthophila. Oh. Oh, they look like scolies a little bit.
Yeah, like look.
Yeah.
They stand up as well, so they look like little volcanoes.
Do they grow new mouths, or do they just get bigger?
They get bigger.
So it's almost like a scolie.
Beautiful.
They say they're some of the easiest corals to keep in the reef keeping hobby. I'm reading it from Tidal Gardens.
And they're bloody expensive. Well, they are over here anyway.
I wonder if you could get them a split though.
They are. There's one Ultra Gold from Tidal Gardens that's $750.
Yeah, they're not cheap. Even like for your box standard ones, for a nice size one, you're into the 100 plus. So that's why when I saw that one and it was 80 quid, I was like, oh, I'm having it.
You don't get discounts at Big on Fish?
No, not anymore. I don't work for him anymore, do I? I don't work with him anymore.
Oh, look at that Ultra Superman from Tidal Gardens.
Hey, what's up, Brian?
What's up, man?
much.
I hear y'all talking about acantphilias. They're like huge meat corals. I have a
Yeah, that's what I was just
Yeah.
reading. Nicknames are meat coral. Oh crap! I lost it.
Well, that's what they said in the
I got
shop
to
then,
read.
because I asked them how much is that acantophilia, and they didn't know what I was on about. So I said that one there. He went, "Oh, the meat coral."
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah.
Donut coral, cat's eye, tooth button, teary eye, or meat coral.
Yeah, those things are expensive over here. How much you pay for it there?
What's that?
See,
How
I
much
know
you pay
me.
for it? Because those things are like crazy expensive over here. Well, I won't say crazy expensive, but it's one of your higher cost LPS corals over here.
See, I know
Same here.
meat corals
Same
are
here.
expensive. So now I know what he's talking about. Ah.
Yeah, I've heard them called meat corals before.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Especially
reason
like-
why I got it, because every single time that I've seen one, they've been double the price what I've just paid, if not more than that. Especially for the size of this one. This one's big. So I asked him how much it was. I was only asking out of just curiosity, because I didn't think I'd be able to get it, and he went 80 quid. I was like, what? I'm having it.
What have you
How
bought?
much is that? How much is that in dollars?
About
$100.
$100, yeah.
Yeah. What have you
So-
bought, Michael?
Around
Acantophilia.
here in St.
Color.
Louis, you're probably paying $250 to $300 for one of those, and we're talking green. When as soon as you get in the reds, you're talking $300 to $400 at least.
Yeah.
This one's multicolored. This one, tonight I can't even remember.
For 80 quid.
80 quid.
Why is it 80 quid?
I don't know.
I know why. It's a fake one.
It's plastic. Well, do you remember those acanthophilias that they used to have in Cockfield?
Yeah.
He wanted what? 150, 200, 300, didn't he, for him?
Yeah, but looking at them, they was worth it at the time, but I don't know what they're like now. Because someone stole the gold one, didn't they? He had a gold one, didn't he?
Someone nicked it?
Yeah, someone stole it from the shop.
Right. Well, based on then, obviously I've seen this one, and this one looks like one of the ones that he used to have in for like God knows how much. So when, obviously when they said 80 quid for it, I was like, oh, yeah, because it's one of my favourite. It's one of my favourite. What?
Target feed them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be dropping pellets in its mouth. It'll be massive next week. Yeah, it's one of my favourite corals. It's the coral that I've wanted for a long, long time.
But never been able to afford.
Never been able to afford it. No, that's straight up. That's honest and true. I've never been able to afford it.
Me, I agree with you. It's the same with me, Michael.
Yeah, or I've never wanted. Yeah, or I've never, like, if I have got the money for it, I would rather buy multiple corals than buy one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously when I saw that, then I was like, yeah, having that. They had an Aussie SPS piece as well, half price. It was about 40 quid, and it was a nice piece.
What is it?
But, it was browned out a bit, so I don't know what it was, but it was an Aussie piece.
Acro.
Acro, yeah. But it was half price. But on the side, it had a bit of a white on it, so
No.
I don't know if it had STN or not. So I just sacked it off.
Yeah. Thing is, when you buy wild coral, most of the time they have aquatic flatworm on them. You gotta be very careful when you buy the wild stuff.
Yeah. Well, mostly everything that I've got's wild in mine. So I dip it. Obviously, I use Coral MD by Brightwell Aquatics to dip, and then obviously the rest of my tank is full of wrasse. So if anything moves, it's getting eaten.
Yeah, but have you ever seen aquatic flatworm? It's that small. You can physically not see them with your eyes.
Oh, right, okay.
They're so, it's not like a flatworm. They're literally like, you only really, you can only tell that you've got aquatic flatworm with the white lines that appear on your coral, on your acros.
Ah, right, okay.
When you see white
Yeah,
lines.
they're real hard to see. It's easier to dip something and then look in the dip container. You'll see them on the bottom of the dip container, but they're real hard to see and they're horrible. I hate them.
Yeah.
Right. I've had flatworm in the past, which I could see, but I don't know about this one.
Yes, I got it from Cockfields. You know when I went to Cockfields? I got a tricolour. In fact, most of the time, most of the people that I've known that to have it, it's been on tricolours.
Yeah, tricolors are notorious for flatworms.
Yeah. So I got one from Cockfield's farm. It was only a frag. We must have had it a good, 2-3 weeks in my system, and I started seeing lines appearing on it, but it had already based a little bit onto my rock.
Well, the thing is, I went out to go and get some of this. I went out to get some roller phos. £14 roller phos. That's all I wanted. And now I'm flipping what? 100 lighter. The joys of fish shops.
Why didn't you go to Living Reef then?
I did go to Living Reef first, but they didn't have anything in.
You had no roller phos?
No, that's where I got the roller phos from, Living Reef.
Yeah, but you would have come to Living Reef, got your roller phos, you would still be £100 up.
I know. Well, then I was on a live stream and I was talking about corals, and I thought, sack it, I'm going to go big on fish. I'm glad I did though, because I've always wanted one of those corals, so I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm an happy chappy.
Yeah. See you later, Finn. Finn's going back to work.
Steve?
Finn time.
Oh, Finn. Where's Steve? I've not seen Steve for ages, come to think about it.
I don't know.
I think I saw him on Rico's stream that his shift changed. Like, I don't think he's working. He's not doing the overnight shift anymore. They changed everybody's shift. Whatever type of work he does, they change the shifts.
Right.
See him on Rico.
I've not seen him for ages. Not seen him for a long time.
I'm just repeating what I saw him say, that they changed his
doing
shift.
shifts.
He wasn't.
I know he went on the other night, and he'd only just got on, and it was late our time anyway, Michael.
Right.
So he's working. No, he's working.
Maybe just his time and my time don't match anymore, because obviously my shift has changed as well, and so I'm around more during the day now than what I used to be.
Oh, Liverpool play at 1:30 today. Jeez, it's kind of late.
5:30 kickoff that'll be, won't it? Yeah, that's because it's on BT Sports over here, Seymour.
BT Sport games are later?
Yeah, BT Sports are 5:30 UK time.
Man, that's late. Usually the games are like the latest games I've seen sometime when they have primetime games are like 2 p.m. But geez.
Usually on a Saturday they're at 3 p.m. UK time, which is like 11 a.m. your time, isn't it?
Yeah, like sometime 11 or 10, depending on what time where daylight savings or not. And during the week they're like 3:30, which is like prime time your time.
Yeah. Well, our clocks go forward at the end of this month.
Oh, so then we'll be back to 5 hours difference then.
We'll go back to 5 hours, yeah. Have a look in the chat. King of Saul, do you guys watch NAC? Nah, we don't do basketball.
I watch NBA.
UK guys, it's too much like netball, isn't it, Michael?
I remember netball. I used to play netball with the girls.
And baseball is just like rounders, Michael.
Rounders.
I used to love playing rounders.
Rounder.
It was a skill.
Somebody smacks it pure fire, and then everyone's like screaming that out.
You weren't allowed to hold it like a baseball bat, Seymour. So if you held
it like one-handed.
Yeah, you had to hold it one-handed, but all lads used to stand there holding it behind the back like they were playing baseball.
Hey, I'm looking up some meat corals, and I remember last year when I met DC at Reefapalooza, DC was looking to buy some meat corals, and the prices were just ridiculous. But man, the prices can be ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at them. The reason is you can't frag them, is what it looks like. It looks like the only way to get them is wild caught.
There's certain corals. I remember when Fingy came on the live stream, a couple of people in the trade, and they was talking about certain corals that they grow slow and they can't be fragged. So that's why they warrant such a high. So maybe that's one of them. It looks beautiful though, and I only saw it under deep blues as well, and so from what I could see then, it looked good. So I can't see it at the moment in the bag, and I'm driving, and no doubt I'll just sort of following into somebody.
Tell you what, Michael, what's the snow like that?
There's no snow.
It's coming down again here. You're going to catch it on your way down the Morley.
Clear blue skies at the moment. Well, this I can actually see it with normal daylight, and it's like little bits of green, purple. So we've got like the normal green that we're used to, like the neon green, like you have on Montipora plates, like neon green. Then there's like a mint, like it's like borderline white, like a mint green, or like an off-white, and no purple.
Yeah.
Purple. That's what I can see.
You know what? I think Cockfield still have pictures on theirs. I bet that one's similar to one that they used to have in their system for about £200-300.
Yeah. When I saw it, mate, when they said the price, I was like, I've got to have that. They had some cataphilias in there as well, some really nice ones, but I've ordered the cataphilia from Nick.
I'm not into cats, me.
I've never been able to keep them alive, so just want another go now that my tank's running sweet.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can actually keep one alive, because I think I've had 2 or 3 in the past and they've always died. So now that my tank and my knowledge is different, I want to see if I can keep one alive.
You don't want to keep that in my tank until your thing is sorted. So you put your Rowaphos in and a bit of that stuff.
There's nothing wrong with the tank, really. The only real issue.
Honestly, just keep it in my tank till you're ready.
Look, God, you're not having it. And then when I go around, can I have my coral back? Who are you? Get away from the door before I call the police.
Hey, is the Biz still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey, what's up, Brother Biz?
Not much, man.
How you doing? Listen, I enjoyed the other night when you did the tech talk. That was really good.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just I found some stuff in my tank yesterday under the microscope, and I'm trying to find it again. So I'm listening and looking at my microscope screen at the same time.
Seymour does that all the time when he goes toilet.
Yeah, I was telling. Oh, it'd be nice if you and Terrence could come back next week. That would be a great show.
Well, we asked Terrence, didn't we? And basically, the reply was, "Come back to me when you're bigger."
Oh wow!
that's basically what the reply was, which I thought was a bit. Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I was surprised by that, because that show that you did on Thursday with the Biz, that was a good show. That really highlighted and promoted Apex to a whole nother level.
Yeah, well, I was watching it, and I was like, obviously, I have no clue about Apex at all or anything like that, and a lot of the stuff that was said just literally went over my head. But it was very interesting to watch, and just to hear the experience and the knowledge and just how technical, it can be, or it can't be, whatever you want to do. It was. I liked listening to it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's something that's out of my comfort zone. So being able to listen to something like that, it's like, you get to learn something new. And also, obviously, it's no secret that I'm not really into Apex and stuff. But slowly but surely, stuff like that chips away at me. You know what I mean? Where I think, actually, I might be able to get one of those, or I might be all right with one of those, or it seems worthwhile. You know what I mean?
I think also it becomes another hobby in addition to the Reef hobby for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, it does. It does. There's things where I'll sit here and try to figure out, like my automatic water change. It took me probably a good week constantly of switching the program around, testing it. I probably went through 50 gallons of water just trying to make sure it works.
Yeah,
it's you can make it as, like you said, you can make it as complex as you want to, or as easy as you want to. You can just use it to monitor temperature if you want, or you can use it to handle everything in your hobby. You could do anything you want with it, really.
I got a message from someone, and the person said, "Listen, I think I'm gonna get an Apex. I appreciate this because it was coming from another hobbyist versus, he said not that the company was would have been, but sometimes the company is sometimes in PR mode, but when you have another hobbyist that are giving like their honest takes on what they like and what they don't like on it." So the person said, "Yeah, I'm going to purchase an Apex because they enjoyed the show." and because it was coming from a hobbyist who, you know, had a crazy setup. So yeah, somebody sent me a message, which I appreciated.
Yeah, that's good, man. I had a lot of fun. You know, I hadn't done anything like that before, so you know that the whole, you know, live stream thing, you know, is kind of out of my you know, comfort zone as well. But yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Hey, Biz, would you say that you really maxed out Apex to the highest level, or are there some people out there who take it to a whole nother level?
I think there's people out there that take it to a higher level than I do. I mean, I've heard of people controlling things in their house, you know, outside of the aquarium with Apex, and you know, there's all kinds of things you can do. I would say I've more than scratched the surface. I'm probably you know, one of the higher technical people with it, but I've seen things on the forums that I'm like, wow, you know, I've taken ideas from there and incorporated them in my system. So,
well, I've seen a few homes, you know, like higher end homes that run on, you know, like systems where when you walk into the room and a door opens, it automatically, you know, turns the light on, or, you know, even higher than that. And basically, all of that system is run off the same principle of what the Apex is.
mm-hmm.
Obviously, the Apex has been tailored to our hobby, but, you know, in essence, you could tailor it, because obviously if you're putting in code and lines of code and things like that, you can more or less tell it to do whatever you want it to do. You know what I mean? As long as you understand what it is, you know, that it takes.
Yeah, I think the next big area for the Apex would be integration with like Alexa and stuff like that. You know, if I can say to my Alexa system, tell me what the temperature is, or, you know, tell me the last 5 alerts. You know, being able to talk directly to the interface, that would be the next big thing. I mean, you can do that with EcoSmart. You know, if I have a Reef link on, I can tell my EcoSmart system to, you know, go into feed mode or turn the lights off. If I had that same integration with Apex, that's the next level. And I know people who have hacked it to be able to do that. You know, the company doesn't really support it, but I know people who've tried that. You know, now those are the people who I would say are doing that next level stuff with it. So,
but then you have to worry about the whole firewall thing with people breaking through your security into your home,
yeah,
alarm, all that sort of thing.
That's true. I've heard of people. There was on a forum one time, Neptune's forum. They were talking about how someone had broke into their router, got to their Apex system, and killed the tank.
Well, I saw a story once where somebody had hacked into somebody's house via a smart light bulb. You know, they've gone in through a smart light bulb, because obviously there's no firewalls, there's no nothing through the bulb. And then they was able to do all sorts of things like access personal information and stuff via a light bulb. So it shows, you know what I mean, the stuff that can happen. And the old Alexa as well, where if you got like a certain code or something like that and you got something off it, then you could access it anywhere and everywhere. You know what I mean? So,
hey, Brian. I'm just reading something. I think the way kind of dev, I know Reef Dude's done this. I copied the idea from him. But for instance, he's programmed his feed mode, I think, with a vector pump. So when he says, Alexa, put the tank in feed mode, the tank goes down to a certain level where the return pump goes down and it's drawing a certain amount of watts. So let's say it would go from 50 watts to between 10 to 11 watts. And then he triggers other things on the tank that are not EcoSmart enabled based on that. So he knows whenever, you know, you have all these things where it's drawing, where you can say, alert me or do this if it's below 50 watts. But he knows that feed mode is between 10 and 15 watts. So when this pump is drawing specifically between 10 and 15 watts, then trigger the other feed mode stuff. Turn the pumps down, turn, you know, lights down, turn the auto feeder on. So that's one way to get it to sort of hack, you know, do like a hack across, you know, to kind of get,
I was doing that when my pumps were on my Reef Link, or something very similar to that. But now I took the Reef link off pretty much because I like the WXM. Like I said, I go back and forth between Reef link and WXM.
Well, I've slowly replaced all the EcoSmart stuff. Some of it not intentionally, but right now I was trying the Core 20, but it's making a little bit too noise for comfort for me. But I really think it's because the Red Sea tanks. It eventually goes down to barely over a half inch. It doesn't matter if it's 3/4 of an inch into the plumbing goes down. So I think it's causing too much head pressure. So, I was using a Vectra. I went to the Core 20, but I might have to take it off and go with a smaller pump because I think it's made for 2,000 gallons per hour, and I think the flow level is just not is not agreeing with it. I think it's
I'm waiting for the Core 20 to get back in stock. I've been waiting for a while. I hear they're shipping now, but I don't think anyone has them in stock yet. But I want to get a Core 20 just to see what it is. I don't know if I'll sell my Vectra after that or not.
Yeah,
I literally don't know what you're talking about.
It's a
I'm sat here and it's like you may as well be going.
It's the new Neptune Systems pump, but my sump space is really small. It's like 5 inches. So what I'm probably gonna do is either probably get a Jabo pump. I really haven't had one of those fail, and to be honest, I'm probably gonna be moving within the next 6 to 8 months. So I really only need something, to last me a short time. But I've used Jabo pumps in the past, and they haven't failed. I was thinking of I usually like good quality equipment. But the smaller Vectra pump, the S1, I've seen some horror stories. If you have a Vectra, you know about the little blue lip that you kind of screw on. I think with the smaller pump, the S1, a lot of people it's kind of hard to screw down, and people have had somehow that blue top slip off. If you looked at BRS, the first 10 reviews of the Vectra S1 were terrible. They were like, "Oh man, this thing slipped off." And I'm a big dude, and when I'm working in tight spaces, I don't know if I'll have, I'm just scared of it a little bit. So I'm not gonna go that route. I'm gonna wait until those issues are sorted out and just go with the Jabo for now.
I've been running the Jabo DCT 12,000 now for getting on 2 years. And it's never missed a beat. Can't fault it. It might not have the brand name as, Ecotech or whatever, but it's definitely got the pedigree as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't fail. I've never had it fail. Do you know what? I'm going to get in now and it'll fucking break.
The only time I've owned about 6 or 7 of those, and the only one I've had fail is when I gave it to a buddy of mine, and he ran it dry. So there was no choice. It failed when you run it dry. But now they even have run dry protection on them.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I've even ran mine dry because I kept looking at the auto top up and went, "Oh, that needs topping up. I'll do it later. And then before I knew it, my pump was dry. And I was like, "Oh crap!" And I've run the pump dry.
To be honest, though, I've only been in the hobby 6 years. 6 years I've been in the hobby, and I've never seen I've had Ecotech upgrade their lights once. They've upgraded their pumps once.
You've seen it?
They've upgraded everything once in 6 years.
Yeah.
But Jabo has been through 4 or 5 different revisions in the 6 years. It's amazing where the pump, 6 years ago, where it started from to now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what's been on Theo and he's doing a live stream. Didn't even realise.
Hey, Biz, would you ever go bigger of a tank?
Yes. Yes.
Nice answer.
Simple answer to a simple question.
Yeah, very simple answer. I went from a 29 to a 75 to a 180. I got the 180 when I moved into this house. I've been here 3 years. If I shouldn't say if when I move, because I moved here for a better education for my kids, and the last one has 4 more years of high school, and then he's gone. So after that, I'll probably move because the area I stay in is high, and when I do move, the next house will probably be built around my tank, or I'll walk into the house thinking, okay, I want to put a tank here, and at least 220, probably a little larger, in the wall with a fish room, sumps and everything in the fish room, because right now my sump's under my tank. I don't like it. I've seen a lot of people now that have the fish room built up. I'm looking towards something like that, but I got another 4 years here, so if I do keep this house, I'll knock out walls, and install a fish room somewhere in this house. But like I said, I'll probably move, and when I do, that's when I'll upgrade.
The first thing that popped into my mind when you said probably a 220 is, don't you mean like a 400?
I wouldn't. It wouldn't be any smaller than 200. But if I had the money, I mean, at that point I'll have 3 kids in college. One of them wants to be a doctor, so a lot of money is going into university. So, who knows what happens in 4 years? But I would want to go bigger than what I have now. With the 180 is nice.
Right. If you could afford it, to go from a 180, 20 or 40 gallons more, you're probably going to say, damn, I should have.
Yeah, I would. I'd probably go as big as I can afford, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't have any other expensive hobbies. I really don't have any, vices or anything. Well, I do scuba dive, so that's expensive, but I rent the equipment when I go. So,
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I like big tanks. I'm in a reef club here, and we go over to each other's houses and stuff. And the guys with the bigger tanks, especially with the large fish rooms, it wows me.
In your club, who has the biggest? What's the biggest gallon tank?
It's probably not about the biggest gallon tanks. A lot of the guys who have huge fish rooms have multiple tanks. I think one guy had. He probably had close to, I'd want to say 2,000 gallons total with all of his tanks, bunch of them in the walls. We're talking, 300-gallon tanks, 200-gallon sumps, all connected, so. Probably the biggest one I've seen, I think this one guy had like a 300 large tank in the wall, 300-400 probably. But a lot of the guys, they don't just have one tank. They have multiple tanks. They have themes. Like one tank will be an all softy tank, large all softy, where like a toadstool is, a couple of feet across type thing.
Right.
Then they'll have an all SPS tank.
What's the tallest tank you feel comfortable with?
Tallest? I like to be able to touch the bottom. So, right now my 180 is perfect for that. I wouldn't want to get too much taller. So, I really don't know. Maybe I like the 2 foot tall tanks, but it just has to be wide.
Right, because a lot of these guys talk about 30 inches tall, 3-4 feet, front to back. That's hard to access.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'd want a wider tank than a taller tank, though, personally.
Right, like maybe 24 inches high and 3-4 feet back.
Yeah, 24 inches high is a perfect height for me.
Right.
I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'8", so.
Okay. But yeah. So Apex is a whole other hobby for you.
Yeah, it really is, because I sit around trying to think, all right, what else can I do? What else can I automate? So it adds another level to it.
Have you personally integrated any of your normal household electronics into the Apex or not yet?
No, I haven't done it.
Okay.
I got an Alexa. I was thinking about doing stuff like I had an issue one time where I was out of town, and my Apex went down, and I had to have someone. I was actually going out of the country, and I had to have someone go over to my house and recycle my Apex. So what I was thinking about doing, in that case, have one of those outlets that is connected via Wi-Fi, to where I can, use an app on my phone, shut the Apex down by killing the outlets.
Okay.
Things like that I may do. Like I may get a UPS with a Wi-Fi connection so I can monitor the UPS for emergency power. Let's say if I'm away and I won't be able to get home for 5 hours or something like that, it'd be able to run the tank for a while.
Yeah, I have a Philips. Or a third party thing that hooks up with Alexa. So I actually do that, because where the Apex is plugged in, it's a little bit weird. So I actually can, on my phone, I can tell Alexa, turn the Apex off, and I can power cycle it that way.
Yeah. That's and that's what I'm looking to do, because if it's out and I can't reset the Apex, I want to have a different way to reset it. So I know Amazon has these outlets that are like $15-20 that connect Wi-Fi. So
yeah, as long as you get one. I have one that was rated, I think, for 20 amps, because it's my AC outlet I put the tank on, because I'm in an apartment. So I got one that was rated. That was a little bit more expensive, but it was rated higher.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, the amps. So yeah, that's a good thing to consider.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about electricity, but I figure getting one that's higher rated is always better.
True.
So yeah, I did it, and it works well. I hook these up like behind my TV stand. Sometimes you need to reset everything, reset the cable box, and it's hard to get behind there. So yeah, I get one, and I tell Alexa. I get them that are either tied into Alexa, or I like ones that are tied into both, because I use an iPhone, both, Apple and Alexa. So I can say, hey, Siri, reset the cable box, and she will. Or Alexa, reset the cable box. So, and my next project is probably going to be, I saw BRS's thing where they did a lot of breakout boxes and connected up some physical switches. So that's going to be my next thing. I probably won't do it now, do it on a house, but, to have like physical switches for some of this stuff, where if you need to turn the skimmer off, you just flip a switch. It'll be nice if my wife needs to do something, she can just flip a switch instead of, sometimes you have your hand in the tank doing something, and then you realize, oh, shucks, I got to turn off power heads.
Yeah, I've done that before.
To go pull up an app, you're dripping water. So it'll be nice to just have a physical switch that then you just flip off the lights, flip off the skimmer, but it's still Apex controlled. And then when you're doing stuff like that, like a doorbell switch or something, you can actually tie it into your house, because, like a temperature, a motion sensor, which turns something on, or a switch that turns on the room lights, turns the color temp, because I have hue. And, when I'm working on the tank, I like my living room warm white. But then when I'm working on the tank, I want like a crisper white. So it's nice to have a physical switch that's like, okay, this is tank maintenance mode. That also turns, the stuff in the living room you need and the right color temperature, and, puts the tank into like maintenance mode, turns the power heads off, turns the return pump off, turns all the lights on, turns the lights to, the proper mode. I know CJ's setting up some stuff where he wants to create a profile for like video mode, and then, then goes back to regular mode after a set amount of time. Because I think even Michael was saying he ended up, he turned his tank white to, for one of his live streams, and then forgot to put the blues back on or whatever, and ended up leaving it like that for a few days, and some of the corals bleached because they didn't like it.
Yeah.
But, when you have a WXM and you put it into, and you tie it to like a feed mode, and you say, leave it like this for 2 hours, and then go back to regular programming, you won't have to remember to change it. The max is going to stay there for is like a few hours.
Yep, very true. I had set up a thing one time where if I changed my lighting settings on my Apex, I don't have it now, but if I changed my lighting settings, it would go back to the default after an hour or two, just to avoid that kind of thing. So yeah, I've done things. I've made changes. I've had a bunch of different apexes, and I normally don't carry the stuff over. I'll rewrite it because I probably figured out a different way to do it. So
Yeah, man. I'm like I said, man, I'm planning to move soon. And while I don't think like you it's gonna be the permanent house, but we'll see what happens.
yeah, I just don't want to move another tank. When I moved here, I lost almost everything in the move. It was one of those times where like, man, do I really want to keep doing this? And of course I said yeah because I love this hobby, but yeah, I lost all my SPS when I moved here. I lost most of my my real fleshy LPS. Had a bunch of softies pull through, but
How far did you move?
not far at all. I moved in like the next subdivision over,
And you lost stuff?
and I lost stuff. Yes, but I wasn't as good at this as I was, but back then I had issues still. I was barely keeping a lot of stuff alive anyway. I just got to the point where I wasn't crashing stuff all the time, so I had a high learning curve at the beginning.
Hey, Biz, do you have room right now to fit a 300, let's say, where you are, or you would have to move?
I can fit it. My wife probably wouldn't like it, but I can fit it.
My wife's goal with the tank is to be able to keep a fully grown Nassau tank. She doesn't care about anything else. She's like, whatever you need to do to support 3 or 4 tanks. I want a hippo tank. I want a Nassau tank. I want a yellow tank. And forget which other tank she wants. She just wants, as long as I can have these 4 tanks and have them to mature, I'm okay.
What size tank do you need for that?
You need at least a minimum 180 for a Nassau because it gets to about a foot. So I'm thinking I'll give myself a little bit more wiggle room. So I'm thinking 250. But the guy Tristan the other day actually the other day he did a little tank that had like a steel stand, and I'm liking the idea of that because then I think you can skin it to whatever the your decor in your room. So you have this steel base, and then if you have whatever furniture you have, you just match it.
Who you said, Tristan?
Yeah, Tristan's done that.
He did a video
using he's using the Frame and Tech steel stuff, and it's not expensive. It's not expensive. I think he just did like a the steel itself, the steel framing is not expensive.
Okay.
That's what my LFS uses, and it seems to hold, it holds all their stuff. It has some pretty big tanks on the steel stands, and as long as and then it has supports in the middle, but you can remove those temporarily, to kind of get fit like a big sump in.
Well, how big of a tank can those can they sustain?
Oh, you can get them in whatever size. You tell them whatever tank size and estimated weight, and they can, they'll make it for you, and they'll make sure it has enough support.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like Daily Reaping's 500 gallon in his living room. That's
tight. That's tight.
That is ideal.
Yeah, I was really impressed though. I have a little the tank that I put up for the Nano Challenge was like a little 14-gallon acrylic, and I'll tell you what, I like the clarity of acrylic. I really do. But the thing that irked me is how easy you're used to abusing glass.
Yes.
And
scared of acrylic.
You can't abuse it. But Daily Reefing, man, that guy, his last 2 videos, he scratched the heck out of that tank.
One night, it was like a disaster when he did that. But now,
but then he got the scratch kit, and within it took him just a few hours. And, everything's back to normal. Like, it looks okay. So one thing I like about acrylic is it's lighter, but it's so much easier to buff out scratches. So, I don't know, man. I'm going to have to consider acrylic on my next build.
Right. But now, the question about glass, there was a guy, he was actually in the freshwater side, and he was saying that you can't scratch glass. Is that true or false?
No.
No, you can scratch glass.
I have Starfire glass now, and just yesterday, oh man, if you heard, Paul had a stream going before. Paul had a stream going before Michael's stream went live, and you in the background I was doing some Reaquascape, and you probably heard me lash out. There was some curse word said, but it's because I scratched the glass. I scratched the star. I think Starfire glass scratches a lot easier than regular glass, but man, yes, it was the flipper, and I guess it had a piece of sand in it, and I scratched the heck out of it.
Because
Not
this
too
guy,
bad.
he did some tests. He took razor blades and stuff, and he said he was unable. And for me personally, I don't have any scratches in my glass, and my tank is over 10 years old, and it's just regular glass.
Yeah, I think Starfire glass is much clearer, and that probably scratches a lot easier than regular glass. Starfire glass, I think is softer, scratch easier. But then you don't have sand in it. You don't have sand. What we do, you have your magnet cleaner, pick up a piece of sand, you scratch the heck out of that thing. And then coralline algae. We also get this calcareous algae that's like hard and caked on. So when it's the same thing that the coral skeletons are made out of. So when you have that on the glass, it takes a lot of work to get it out, and then you can scratch the glass by by trying to get that off.
Right.
So and then urchins. Jeff is going to be doing Daily Reefing is going to be doing another series where he tries to remove scratches, and you know what happened? His urchins kind of dug into the acrylic. Right now I have some weird algae, and I got a few urchins, and the urchins are great because they'll eat anything. When they go through a patch of your rock, they clean it. My rocks look as white as the day they were put in the tank now, because the urchins go to town on it. So imagine when they're like doing acrylic, like they make gouges in the acrylic. I've seen like a 20-year-old tank where the coralline algae was like so thick you have to chisel the thing off. So when urchins are able to like eat that, you can imagine how sharp their teeth are, or whatever they use. I don't know what it's called. Whatever they use to scrape the rocks, you can imagine how hard it is. So they're able to scratch pretty much anything. So acrylic is nothing to them.
What is that? Yeah.
I was just going to ask you that.
This is spirulina. A lot of times when you have cyano, you think it's one thing, and it's actually this. It's if you can, I don't know if it's real clear, but this thing has like little spirals, and it's moving across the slide right now.
Yeah.
So I've been finding this stuff in my tank lately. It's been in the overflow for a while, but now it's made it to the bubble tip tank. I took the little MP10 filter pad off of that, wrung it out, and took a sample of the water. And I'm seeing a lot of this stuff in here. Like a lot of the fixes that you would use to get rid of cyano won't work on this. Pretty much the only thing that works on it is ChemiClean.
What
like
is
a lot
so
of people
special about
use,
ChemiClean? Wait, you said ChemiClean,
it's
right?
erythromycin, if I remember right.
Wait, so ChemiClean is what you use to take care of cyano?
Yes.
And
but
you're saying it won't work on spirulina?
ChemiClean will fix cyano, but the other options, like one way to kill cyano is also using peroxide. You dose peroxide in your tank. And that's supposedly a safer way to take care of cyano than ChemiClean. ChemiClean's real harsh. But this stuff will not die from peroxide. And
Will
it's
it
just
die from ChemiClean?
Yes. That's pretty much the only way to get rid of this one.
Ooh. Hey, I'm seriously, I'm going to email. I think Miss Fox just sent me her email address. I'm going to set up an email chain because I know Miss Fox some of this stuff is interesting. Really interesting, and it's something like I just discovered when you were on the stream, because I didn't know I'd be interested in this stuff. Like when you said, like, I forgot what it is. You said it's like diatoms is something living.
Yeah.
That kind of.
Let me see if I can find some in here. That's another piece of spirulina right there.
You ever thought of creating like a website, like an online database of this stuff, like a reference? Because if someone has something in their tank, I know Miss Fox does this a lot, where if someone says they had weird kind of algae, she tries to get them to post microscopic pictures of it so she can identify it. But you ever thought of creating like an online database? If someone has hard to remove algae, get them to sort of post a photo of it, or get a close-up photo of it, and then they can compare it to some reference. This is spirulina, this is cyano, this is what this looks like.
I was actually going to do that. That's why I've been recording the spirulina. Is I was going to make a video about it, just kind of document what I'm about to do to try to fix this stuff again, because I've had it before. And now it's came back. It's probably taken a good year to come back to the point where I'm seeing it in a lot of slides. So I was gonna make a few different videos. This is spirulina. This is a dino. This is cyano. This is what this stuff looks like under a microscope, because certain things look different. I mean, you can really tell the difference between like a dino and spirulina.
But maybe eye level, we can't tell that big of a difference.
Eye level, you won't be able to tell.
Yeah, it just looks like algae to us.
Because this here, like you see the little boxes, I think that is cyano. Now, if you've seen spirulina in cyano, it looks the same. If with your naked eye, it looks the same. You won't be able to tell the difference until you put it under a microscope. So compare this to, let me see if I can find a spiral, to this. There goes a diatom right there next to it.
Which one is the diatom?
This right here.
Ah.
Now, if you have a bunch of these in one area, it looks the same as, cyano or anything else, to the untrained eye. But as you see, these are completely different organisms. And that's what really I like about this side of the hobby. I have this universe, sitting in my basement right now, and it's so much life in there that it's shocking every time, and I still find new things.
Next time you go on vacation to like a beach somewhere, take a sample of that and put that under a microscope.
Yeah, I live next to I don't live next to the Mississippi, but I don't live far from the Mississippi. In the spring, I'm probably going to go down there, get some algae samples and see what's in there. Or anything. I mean, just a pond. A lot of people, they'll find like some moss on a tree, put it in some water for a day or two, and then take a look at it. There's all kinds of things you can find, like water bears, amoebas, all kinds of stuff.
Did you ever just take a look into your tap water to see what's in there?
No. That might scare me. It's bad enough when I took tap water and I took a TDS meter to it. I'm like, I drink this?
I don't drink tap water. I only drink bottled water.
Yeah, we're getting to that point.
And they say I'm in New York, like, and they say, the New York City water system is great, it's fine. I'm not drinking anything out the tap. I'm sorry.
I've been looking for amoebas in here. I haven't seen any amoebas. I found one yesterday. I was so happy. It's like, oh my God, look at an amoeba. But I rarely see them in my tank. I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong places or. That's interesting.
Looks like a little piece of pizza.
That is a diatom, but there's all kinds of things around it. I don't know if you can see them, but it's probably bacteria. It's probably being eaten right now.
Yeah, the bacteria is probably eating it. That's so dope.
What is a diatom exactly?
It is a
microscopic pizza.
It's like a microscopic pizza. Exactly. No, it is. It's an animal. It's just another marine animal. Very, very small, bottom of the food chain.
Gotcha. Who's that? TMG?
Yeah. I just hopped in.
What's up, Daddy?
Not much, man. Chilling.
That is nice.
Yo, I kind of want pizza now.
I got pizza upstairs too. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll go eat some.
That's
Wait,
pizza with pepperoni and cheese.
Yep.
So what's it called?
Do me a favour, just read the chat. Billy said you need to pay attention to the chat because he's been writing stuff in the chat. I'm just on the phone.
Okay.
Seymour, you there? Because Billy's been writing something about what you're talking about.
I think Seymour just went on mute.
Billy, I've probably looked at that site a million times because, a lot of times I look at this stuff and I'm like, what the heck am I looking at? And, even today, there's a Facebook group where I posted a couple of things today just to kind of get an ID. I think I know what they are, but, once again, I'm not a biologist. I'm not, a scientist or anything like that. No, King of Soul. I'm a computer geek, man. I work in information systems, but it's interesting to me, so I try to learn about it.
Hey, Paul, I don't see anything from Billy in the chat. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I see Billy.
You see him?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see Billy. He's in the
Where's
chat.
Billy?
He said he's driving.
He's driving and chatting?
I hope not. Don't drive and chat, man.
What did he say? Because I don't even see him.
He just said, let's see here. He was talking about, I would tell everyone the site that has all the microscopic marine algae and pests and how to fix them, but no one ever listens to me. I'm in the chats. I know how you feel, Billy. I be in the chats a lot and no one listens to me either. But yeah, I do need to watch the chat sometimes. I've been looking at my microscope screen.
You ever did a live stream, Biz?
I was on O's a few days ago, but I've never done one myself.
Yeah, okay. Because I see, was it Inappropriate did one this morning?
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it's like his first one, I think, and FinTime was helping him along.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll
And like he was saying, it's hard to talk to the Hangouts and watch the chat. Sometimes you need a little help.
It is.
Yeah, I think it is. You're right. You get distracted by the chat, by the Hangout chat going on, and you forget about the guys in the YouTube chat.
See a lot of these guys.
Oh yeah, on the YouTube chat, have you got it shown as top chat or live chat?
I got top chat. Let me change it.
No, change to live chat.
Right, that might be why. I don't know even why they did that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, now I see him.
There you go. There must be a reason, but I don't know what it's for.
Is
I didn't even know about that. The live chat versus top chat.
Yeah, I just found out about that myself. Is it censored, one or the other?
I don't know. I really don't know what.
I think it's popular people pop up on like top chat. Like,
okay, so it says, I'm looking at it says top chat. Some messages, such as potential spam, may not be visible. Live chat, all messages are visible.
Oh, there you go. Bill is a spammer. That's what it is. Lucky Dave Nanotanks is on the ball.
Well, Billy is big time. He's Polyp Labs now.
He's what?
He got the contract from Polyp Labs.
What to distribute or to retail or?
I don't know the details. He was just wearing the hat, and Farm Boy Reefer doesn't have it anymore.
Ah, there you go. Hey, that's cool.
So I collected this water yesterday, and I'm starting to see a lot more bacteria in it now.
Water from your tank?
Yeah. As time goes on, you'll see more and more stuff start popping up. Like I don't know how clear this is for you guys, but there's a lot of little white squiggly lines by where these diatoms are. That's another diatom that's moving. Let me see if I can focus in a little bit more. There's all kinds of diatoms. There are millions of them, and they all look different.
Pizza ones are pretty cool.
Yeah, the pizza ones are cool. They're probably a
Is the turd a diatom too?
Which one? Like this is?
No, the big turd.
This no, that's just a big turd.
Oh, okay.
It probably is. It's probably waste from another animal, honestly.
Gotcha.
Like I've seen like rotifers spit those things out.
Gotcha.
Different copepods, stuff like that.
You can't get up into the mitochondria with this magnifying glass.
No, no, it's not powerful. Yeah, it's not powerful.
Dang. That was like the dopest thing when you actually get up that close to see like the inner workings. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a cheap, microscope. It's not that good. I mean, it's good enough for what I do. It's good enough for what I do, but if I want to see more stuff like that, like here's another piece of spirulina. That's a long strand too.
Yeah.
And what's the thing to the left?
That?
The little like Mercedes-Benz sign thing?
Yeah.
I think it's called a spongiodode or something like that.
Wow.
Once again, I looked this stuff up on Wikipedia. I can never pronounce any of these words. But
is that an amoeba? Top right?
It's some kind of protozoa.
Protozoa.
Or no, that's probably a flagella because I see a little string coming out the top of it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I see a lot of these also. If I can make it a little bit more.
Hey, Billy's in the chat. Hey, Billy.
And like I said, all this is from the little sponge that's on my MP10 in my bubble tip tank. So that this little bitty, sample of water, that's where that came from. So I like getting a sponge from that because that MP10 is sucking in water, and that stuff gets caught on the sponge. So then I can take a sample of it.
That's crazy.
Hey, has somebody got the link for Billy? I don't have the link.
He's in
here. By a microscope now.
What's up, Billy?
I am not under any contract with anybody, just so everybody knows. Do not spread that.
Oh.
What's up, Billy?
Do not spread. Whoever said that, I do not need that guy up north that had a tank explosion. I do not need him starting any drama.
The Reef. You don't want the
Yes.
Reef.
Yes, I do not need him. He's already attacking people with lawyers. I don't need that guy coming after me.
Who are you talking about?
What's the payoff, Billy?
I'll have to FaceTime you later, Nick.
You already FaceTime me. That's not a payoff.
That's
what I saw.
You guys talking about Farm Boy Reef?
Oh, there's Reefing. Oh, I thought he was dodging me.
You talking about Farm Boy Reef?
Yeah.
No one's talking about nobody.
Oh, he's
International.
Not speaking English.
Canada.
Listen,
not speaking English.
Me speaking no.
I'm not scared. Listen, I don't want to get down in the muck with it, but to be honest, when my wife and I saw that last night, we kind of had a laugh because like I'm not picking sides, but that's no proof because I used to be a merchant. I used to sell things, and a shipping invoice international is no.
Hold on. What is all that noise? Who is that?
That's
TMG.
Oh my gosh, I can't hear it.
Do quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounded like a knife fight going on.
I said I laughed because an international shipping invoice is no proof of anything. Because if I was shipping something to, let's say, to Dev, who's in Canada, if I put the real value on it, Dev is going to pay a whole bunch of taxes. So what happens is you put it lower than it's actually worth to save. If I'm shipping him a pump and it's worth $300 and I put $300 on it, he has to pay 30% tax on $300, which then kind of negates.
Yeah, but what are you talking about that you saw though? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna shut up right now.
No, enlighten us, Oh.
Why? What the hell is your problem?
No, I thought you. No, I said no. You were talking about the guy in Canada, and I saw.
What did you see? We don't know what you're speaking about.
No, he posted a what's it called? You know, when you ship stuff international, like a customs invoice.
Okay.
I said so.
Okay.
He posted a customs invoice.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. So what I'm saying.
Did you see? Yeah, but did you see the video that she put out?
No. I'm not. What now?
I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, if you watch the video that she put out,
I did.
It changed. Oh, you did? Yeah. So it's like, you know, did you see the email that the fake email that was sent?
Yep.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So that's what I don't want. I don't want fake emails coming. Yeah, I don't want fake emails coming and this and that because, you know,
yeah,
this shit's crazy. Yeah.
Man.
Hey, did you see the video that she put out, like the 15-minute video?
Yeah.
I watched that.
Yeah. Did you see how she was talking about how somebody had sent her an email stating that you know, she's requesting him to send nudies and all that other stuff? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a IPS address, and it was the same freaking IPS address as his email.
Wow.
Didn't see that though, right?
I saw that. Listen, it's yeah. If I get an email from you, and then I get an email from some fake address 2 minutes later, I mean, it's not 100% definitive proof, but you can actually look at the routing address, and if it comes from the same, you know, then it's not absolute, but you know.
No, yeah, but it's pretty obvious. You know what I mean? It can be obvious.
Hey, Seymour.
That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, Seymour, do you know how to piss off a lot of American reefers all at once?
I know how to what?
Do you know how to piss off a lot of American reefers all at once? Just do this.
All right, whatever, man.
No, you know what you got to do, Nick, is you got to just pour it out in the sink.
Oh, you want me to talk to you and pour it down the sink?
Oh, that's evil.
This guy.
Hey, but Billy, can you just tell us a little bit about what you have going on with Call Up Labs, or is that a secret?
Yeah, I can't say anything till I haven't even made a decision. I got to wait till after July. Well, beginning of July.
Something's happening then, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man.
And honestly, I didn't know anything about the whole like crazy situation that's going on until I sent a picture of the letter that I got from them and to my buddy, and he was like, "Dude, are you sure you want to do that?" And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, and then he told me all that stuff that was going on because I didn't know anything about it. And when he told me what was going on, I was like, "Oh man, that's bad."
So much drama in the fish.
Right.
Yeah.
Too much beef over 50.
I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah, what's called this?
Go.
Oh, he left.
Dropped out.
Oh dang! I was gonna ask him to whenever his snails spawn to put that under a microscope because mines do it all the time. I always kind of wonder what it looked like if they, you know, look like little tadpoles.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, but oh man.
You off today?
Huh?
You off today?
Yeah. I actually just took the day off. I was just like, I'm not going to work today. Yeah. Exclusive just came by the house, so.
Oh yeah. He lives in Queens.
Queens. Yeah. So he just came by, just gave him some stuff to start off.
It was interesting.
I think he's the first person on.
Yeah.
Huh? No, I think he's the first person on YouTube to see my tank in the flesh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did a video right outside of his window, and he showed the LIE.
Oh yeah, dang, he's that close. Shit.
Yeah, I think he's in
Where
Forest
you
Hills.
at again?
I'm in Jamaica. He's in Forest Hills.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I want to make a run to the LFS to check my pockets, man.
Yeah.
So I'm not going anywhere near the LFS today.
Yeah, because
I'm out of water right now. Like, huh?
If you go there, you're gonna buy something. Yeah, I'm about to take my son to soccer.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, buddy. Later.
Yeah.
No one there?
Yeah, I'm back now.
I'm here, Paul, but
Give
I'm
me a
on
sec.
mute. I'm just making a lot of noise at the minute.
Sorry, I've been getting a-holes and bends out of hoses and wires.
What have you been up to, Jace? What have you been doing?
I'm at work. We just got
okay.
finished up with a set of crude oil barges and got them disconnected, and I've been helping them walk out these hoses and cables. Making sure everything's secured and closed off, and now I'm sitting here doing paperwork.
I got you. I'm making helmets.
Doing what?
I'm making a helmet for a customer. A helmet is like, you know what you put on the top of the tank, like an open lid?
A helmet, you said?
A pelmet. Pelmet. It's like, like the hood on top of the tank, but it's got no lid on it. It's like just the outside frame.
Okay, so it's like trimming out the top of the tank, but without putting a screen or anything on it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it like sits on top of the tank, but he's got a tank that runs into a corner of a room, and he wanted it up to near to the ceiling, so I've had to incorporate a push open flap on the end, so he can get in to feed his fish without him to keep taking off and on all the time. So a bit of a different design.
Hey, how about the carrot? Yeah. Yeah, I'd really like to get. There's a company here that makes nice acrylic pots with the acrylic mesh in them, but they're just so expensive.
Oh yeah. Some of the guys over here have been using polycarbonate instead of acrylic because it's stronger and it doesn't warp.
Yeah. I mean, I asked the quote. So for my 24 nanocube to fit inside the rim with the little feeding door is like $170 plus shipping.
I'll be honest, that's not bad. Over here, it'd be more than that.
I paid $50 for the tank.
Oh, okay.
I picked up the tank, secondhand for $50. So what I did, I made a little screen top. Temporarily, it's just crude. It's
right.
Oh, hold on.
Where did everyone go?
They all booked out. They all had stuff to do.
All right. That's how I've got to go. I was just on phone.
Right.
I was going to say I've got to go and get the daughter in 10 minutes anyway, and I'll be going out. So I might do.
Close it down if you need to.
Say again?
Close it down if you need to.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. That's how I won't be keeping up all night. Like I said, the missus will be in house and all that. The thing is, if I leave it open, I need to give controls to people.
Yeah. No, it's not.
You know what I mean? When people leave, there's no controls. I don't see as a point. There's enough people that do streaming.
Yeah.
I mean,
somebody else. Or somebody else.
I want to throw one up.
Yeah.
Jeez can throw one up.
Jeez could do one, yeah. He's at work at the minute, like. But... Yeah, don't worry. Somebody will do one. If people want to stream and people want to hang out, somebody will throw one up.
Yeah. What do you think you said there? I'm done. Seymour. Who's doing messy stuff in the chat?
No idea. I haven't watched it. Saltwater Journey. I need to have a look at your tank as well when I get 2 minutes. So I haven't forgotten. So busy.
Yeah, this is my daughter. Right, I've got to go and get her. So what I'll do, I'm going to shut this down. So like I say, I'm going to be nipping out, having a bath and going out.
No worries.
The lads.
All right.
So thanks for joining the stream. I'll catch you all soon.
All right. Take it easy. Take it easy, everyone.
All right.